Right, so I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Kwadash, double unto the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So real quick, I just wanted to get on the subject of deliverance is only coming for Israel. The other nations outside of the Israelites are going to go into captivity. That's plain and to the point. So I'm going to go ahead and go into this Isaiah the 14th chapter. I'm going to start at the first verse. It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land." Because right now our land is being occupied by the small hatters. You know, I can't say the other word, but I'll say the small hatters. Right? So our land right now is being occupied by the small hatters, which is not the true people of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. The true people of the Lord are the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans by the Spirit and by way of prophecy. Right? So we will spew out of our land for our disobedience, for us rebelling against the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We were spewed out of that land, and we were scattered throughout the world and all nations, right? But in doing so, the Lord is going to show, he's going to show what? He's going to show mercy towards his people. If you go into the book of Sirach, right? I believe that's the 11th chapter. The Lord said, because you have multiplied your sins, right? I shall multiply my mercies. So the Lord is going to show mercy unto his people, right? The thing is that why would the Most High have to show mercy to a nation he have never made a covenant with? Salakia, covenant with. He never made a covenant with the other nations. So there's no point in showing mercy unto a nation he never made a covenant with. The Lord tells you many times over in the scriptures that his people, his chosen people, are the Israelites. Now all of a sudden he has changed. Now it's the Israelites and the natural Gentiles. No. There's no sense of how you people can possibly get that the Lord is going to bring deliverance to the natural Gentiles that repent. And we've got it in my other videos, which there's 5 videos that's on my old phone I want to post, but my screen wouldn't come on and it was completely broken. But Lord willing, the Most High allows that phone to be fixed, because I took it to the store to be fixed, and then I could post all of those videos that I still have on that phone. But I pretty much mentioned the same thing in those videos, right? So let's just get to scriptures. Isaiah 14:1. For Yahweh will have mercy, right? So the Lord is going to have mercy on who? The Israelites. It says it right there in the scriptures. So let me grab this real quick. So like, bear with me for a second. So when you go into this word mercy,
Strong's H 7355, Rachem.
It means to love deeply, have mercy, be compassionate, have tender affection, have compassion, to love, to have compassion, be passionate of the Most High. And Salakia, men. Last one, Paul, it says to be shown compassion, be compassionate. So mercy, the Strong says mercy, compassion, pity, love, merciful, rahama, and surely. So there you go. Right? So the Lord is going to be merciful unto his people. That's where that grace come in. The grace is only for Israelites, man. All the other nations go into captivity, man. You're going to go into captivity under the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You might not like it, but that's what's in the scriptures. Right? So it says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob. Right? So real quick, let me go back and let's just go into this name Jacob real quick. We're just gonna grab that if it opens up. So Jacob, right?
Strong's H 3290. Yaakov.
It says hill holder or supplanter, son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham, and father of the 12 patriarchs of the tribes of Israel. So it says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. And will yet choose Israel. So even though Israel, the Israelites, have been rebellious, have committed many sins, the Lord is still going to show mercy on his people. So it says, and set them in their own land, because like I mentioned, our land has been taken by our enemies, right? So Ezekiel 36:5, it says, actually, let me start at 1. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy have said against you, ha ha, ha, even the ancient high places are ours and possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallow you up upon every hill, Salakia, upon every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord power. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, and to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and duration to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, right? Which is the Greek word for what? Edom. Or, matter of fact, let's grab this real quick. Salakia, bear with me for a second. So it says, let's see if it get Salakia, bear with me. Let's grab it here in the Hebrew, right? Let's get Idumea.
Strong's H 123. Edom.
Right, now, as Edom, which means red, right? So Idumean goes into Edom, which Edom goes into the Hebrew word Adawam, which means red, right? So it says, and against all Idumea, which is again speaking on Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart, with despiteful minds, and cast it out for prey. Right? So we're not in our land right now. The heathen are in possession of our land. So it says, Isaiah 14:1, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now this is prophecy, man. Prophecy states that the Israelites is going to rule over their oppressors, right? So that doesn't sound like equality, man. It doesn't sound like equality. If the prophecy states that Israel is going to rule over their oppressors, Salakia, then the question is, when did that take place? Or did it take place at all? And the answer is that it haven't taken place at all. But I'm going to go ahead and end it from there and start it back up. I want to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.